The following program is a presentation of Sideliner Sports. It's time for the Sonic Locker Room, your source for the best coverage of high school activities in eastern Jackson County. The Sonic Locker Room is proudly presented by the Sonic Drive-In of Grain Valley. The Grain Valley Eagles edition of the Sonic Locker Room is presented by the compassionate attorney at 974-STOP. For credit issues and traffic violations, call 816-974-7867. And by the Examiner, serving Blue Springs, Independence, and Grain Valley. Online at examiner.net. Let's talk Grain Valley High School activities. Here are your hosts, the award-winning columnist of the Examiner, Bill Althouse, and Tony Reisinger.
Good afternoon, Eastern Jackson County. Welcome to the Sonic Locker Room, Grain Valley Eagles edition. Here, your leader for high school activities in Eastern Jackson County. Of course, that's 10:30 a.m. KCWJ. I'm Tony Reisinger, Sideliner Sports. Joined as always by Bill Althouse, the award-winning columnist from the Examiner. And Bill, great show today as always. Talking Eagles.
Well, we're going to be talking with the high-flying Eagles. Jim Oliver, his softball team is 4-1. Just an outstanding start in the Greater Kansas City softball tournament. And this week, 3 home games. Pleasant Hill Tuesday, Odessa Thursday, and Tony, get this, Blue Springs South is coming over playing softball at Grain Valley. That shows you how far this program has come under Coach Oliver, and going to be visiting with Coach Oliver, Monica Hudson, and Courtney Falk in just a moment.
That's all straight ahead here in the Sonic Locker Room on 10:30 a.m. KCWJ. Welcome back to the Sonic Locker Room, Grain Valley Eagles edition here in your leader for high school activities in Eastern Jackson County. Of course, that's 10:30 a.m. KCWJ. I'm Tony Reisinger, Sideliner Sports. Joined as always by Bill Althouse, the award-winning columnist from the Examiner. And Bill, great show today as always with the Eagles.
Well, you know, Tony, there are 3 things in life you can count on: death, taxes, and a winning Grain Valley softball team. And boy, Jim Oliver's girls have gotten off to a hot start this year. 4-1 in the Greater Kansas City softball tournament this past weekend at Adair Park. And Coach, congratulations on that start. I mean, you're going after some of the big dogs in that tournament. And how did you approach the opening tournament?
Thank you very much for having us. Yeah, we're doing all right this week. Well, going into the tournament, you know, I got to see how the girls earn opportunities to play, and I like to give them the opportunities early in the season. And our tournament's this Greater Kansas City tournament's a good opportunity for us to evaluate those players. And beyond that, you know, it's become more of a competitive situation. We enjoy winning those games, so we're going to play to win a little bit more than we have in the past.
Monica, how much fun is it playing against some of the bigger schools? And that I can see how that could really get you settled, get you ready for this week when you're playing against schools more your own size.
It's really fun. We spend all summer playing against some of the bigger schools and girls, and it's really fun to play against the big schools and see just how good Grain Valley softball is. We've really come together this year, and, you know, that whole team aspect, and really come together and played those schools toughly, and just it's been really fun.
And Courtney, how did you, just personally, how did you want to approach that opening tournament?
Well, we all want to start off. We want to be bonded together, and we want to have a good team approach when we go out on the field and play together, which is the most important thing.
You know, Coach, in softball, pitching is so important. And I'm sure a lot of people looked at the Eagles this year and thought, well, you know, Sydney Fairfield has graduated. They could be in a little trouble. But, boy, you haven't skipped a beat.
Yeah, you know, Sydney's a great player, and we really miss her. But we do have some people stepping up. We've got 9 seniors this year. We had another move in from Raytown. And our pitching isn't really going to let up at all. Brooklyn Simbeck, you know, she got 10 wins worse last year, and she's really done well in the off season, as well as all the girls, as far as showing up to our off season conditioning program. Our attendance has been up significantly from years past. So that just goes to show that the ladies are dedicated to the program a little more than they had been in the past.
With the 25 contact days during the summer, how do you and the other coaches at Grain Valley work around the girls' schedule? Because at a school the size of Green Valley, I know it's so important for the young ladies to participate across the board in different sports and not just really specialize in one sport.
It's important for the girls to be involved in off-season conditioning programs. However, the girls need to have their summer. I've always had that philosophy. So we talk about early mornings. You're going to be sleeping in. Might as well get up, get after it early in the morning, and then you can go back and do whatever you want to the rest of the afternoon. Go to the pool, go play softball weekend, whatever the case might be. But I'm a firm believer. Yeah, we need to be getting better. There's no doubt about that. But at the same time, I feel like the kids need to have a summer.
You have 3 games this week. Play Pleasant Hill. You're home against Odessa on Thursday, and then I'm intrigued by this Friday game. It's very rare you play Friday softball, but you're playing Blue Springs South.
Yeah, Mike Terrence has done a great job in scheduling us a non-conference schedule this year. As a matter of fact, we've had home games with Blue Springs South, Fort Osage, Sedalia Smith Cotton, and we're on the road at Notre Dame de Sion.
Wow.
Which are all schools that are larger than us.
Absolutely.
And, as we grow as a school, we're going to have to get into that larger competition in our regular schedule. And I'm really excited that he's able to do that for us.
What's that tell you, Jim, as, not only what Mike Terrence thinks of your program, but what Tim Michael, the activities director at his school, thinks of your program, because he's not going to have the Jaguars come out to Green Valley or have the Eagles fly over to Blue Springs South unless he feels like it's going to be a competitive game, and that to me is a feather in your cap.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. All the credit goes to the girls, because the girls work hard and they have to put up with me, and that's not always an easy thing for them. But I tell them they need to perform with professionalism in class, and hopefully that radiates to the other schools. We want to pass along those vibes, if you will, to those programs. And I want them to be, not envious. Envious is the wrong word, but I want them to say, hey, we want to be like Green Valley. Mm-hmm. And I think the way the girls have carried themselves over the past couple of years, it's moving in that direction, and hopefully that has something to do with that.
Well, I've lived in Green Valley 14 years, and the way I've seen this, the entire school has grown by leaps and bounds. My goodness, I never dreamed there'd be a football stadium like you have out there at Green Valley. The tennis courts right there, it's just phenomenal the way the entire sports program, activities program has grown and developed. But this softball team's become something pretty special. I mean, it's a team that other coaches in the area talk about, they watch, and they kind of marvel at the success that you've been able to achieve with, at one of the smaller schools. And boy, I mean, let's face it, the football team's not ready to play Blue Springs South by any means, but here you are playing them in softball.
Yeah, I enjoy the challenge, and I know the girls enjoy the challenge of playing the bigger schools. It's just an everyday thing. It's an expectation for our ladies to perform well. They hold each other accountable. You should see them at practice sometimes. They really get on each other, if they're not performing well or focused at practice. And these 2 ladies right here are the leaders in that regard. They come out this year. Both of these ladies participated in the strength and conditioning program this summer, and the leadership's there. And hopefully it resonates beyond. One thing I will say is, we haven't had a whole lot of success in defeating those big schools in big games, and that's the next step and the next level for this program.
Courtney, how excited are you about this week? 3 games, and you cap it off with that big game Friday against Blue Springs South.
Well, both Pleasant Hill and Odessa have always been good competition for us, and I think it'll be good, exciting games. It'll be tough competition, and Blue Springs South will definitely be a lot harder, but I think that if we come out as a team, we're all hitting, we're all playing well, I think we have a shot.
Are you excited about a challenge like, the challenge of playing the teams that are more on your level, and then the challenge of taking it up a notch and going against a team like Blue Springs South?
Well, I think softball has really grown in the past 4 years, and Pleasant Hill even is a great competition for us. And we play with these girls all summer, so we see them, and it's pretty even playing Blue Springs South and Pleasant Hill. It's good competition both ways.
Monica, what do you enjoy about softball? Because it's one of my favorite sports. It's a quick game. A lot of action. You can get into some great pitching battles. Occasionally you'll see an offensive explosion by one of the two opponents. To me, it just offers everything.
Well, that's a hard question. Softball is my life. I mean, I play all the time. Just that feeling you get when you step out on the field knowing that you've been blessed to play another day, that you get to go out there and have fun with your friends and have fun with your coaches, and just the memories that you build are things you'll look back on when you're older and just say, wow, that was, I may be busy all the time, but I would never want to spend it any other way. Especially this year, these girls are really close, and I'm really excited.
Is it even more special because you're a senior?
I think it's more special because we all want to make it the best year. One of the things is, Twitter is a big thing for us right now. And so one thing that Coach Oliver is always tweeting is, anything he tweets about softball, he tweets #dedicated to our team. And us seniors have kind of made it this is our year, and we want to go far this year. And we just want to set an example for the younger girls about how hard work will pay off and how far you can go when you're really dedicated to it.
Courtney, how special is it being your senior year?
Well, senior year for everything is a special year, and especially when you've worked almost your whole life for something, especially like softball. It's really special, and our goal this year is district championship, which we've lost for the past 3 years I've been in high school, and with everyone's hard work, I think it's great chance of us winning it this year.
Boy, Jim, you must just be sitting there with a big smile on your face listening to answers like that. I think the Eagles are very well represented today in the Sonic locker room.
Thank you. Yeah, these ladies are going to be a part of that special season, hopefully, that we're going to have. But we got to keep working hard. We've got a lot of competition out there. We compete against great teams, great coaches. And, I never stop learning in this game. And I know these ladies don't either. Every once in a while they're like, Oliver, what do I do here? What do I do here? I'm like, holy crap. You've got things that are going on. You guys play 80 games a summer, and you're asking me for advice. They know what to do, and it's really remarkable to be able to work with them.
That's Jim Oliver, the head softball coach at Green Valley High School. I want to thank Monica Hudson, Courtney Falk, and Coach Oliver. You can catch the Eagles this week. Thursday, they're home against Odessa. Friday, they take on Blue Springs South. That's one I'm going to have to check out, Coach. I'm looking forward to that. So we'll see you later in the week.
Lunar Bowl is the place in Blue Springs for celebrations, events,
This
and
is the Sonic
fun.
Locker Room, Green Valley
fantastic
Eagles
venue
edition.
hosting
Your leader for
special
high school
occasions,
activities in
planning a
Eastern
birthday
Jackson
party,
County,
class reunion,
10:30
big
a.m.
office getaway, or team building
KCWJ.
event. Lunar Bowl is a great place for you. Holiday party season is just around the corner, and the Blue Moon Lounge at Lunar Bowl is the perfect location for your company's special event. Make the right call for your special event and call Lunar Bowl at 220-7722. Lunar Bowl, 2001 Northwest 7 Highway in Blue Springs. Online at lunarbowl.com. Lunar Bowl, like no place on earth. You've been listening to the Sonic Locker Room with Bill Althouse and Tony Reisinger. The Sonic Locker Room is a presentation of Sideliner Sports. For sponsorship information, please contact Tony Reisinger at 816-810-6557. Contact us via email at tony@sidelinersports.com. Follow on Facebook at Sonic Locker Room Radio Program. Sideliner Sports thanks you for listening and encourages you to support the sponsors who make this program possible. You're listening to the leader in high school activities coverage in Kansas City, 1030 a.m. KCWJ.